I know with meditating specifically, it wasn't so much what attracted me to meditating wasn't so much a spiritual thing, but more so a functionality. I learned that, meditating is a practice that will sharpen my ability to focus on things. And
Mm.
I really value being able to focus on things.
Yeah, mindfulness. Welcome to a New Human podcast. This show is a place where we find out who we truly are and what we strive to be. Listen as we unravel current history and make our way to a new beginning. I am your host, Justin Klein. We have a beautiful redheaded, bearded, godlike figure on the show. I don't even know his real name. We're not even going to say.
Yeah.
We're just going to go call you by Opie, right?
Yeah. Opie or Opus, which is like kind of a war. And a mutual friend of ours calls me Opus Maximus.
Opus Maximus.
Like the gladiator. Yeah.
Well, today Opie's on here because the New Human podcast is about storytelling, kind of where we were in our history. I want to hear some things, and then going into our present, where you're at currently, what's going on, and then future. Like what do you have planned? That's the whole basis of this show here.
Mm-hmm.
Why I came up with it.
The structure.
The structure. Yeah, he was just a young lad. Trying to find a job while you were going to college.
17. I was 17. Now I'm 25 for context.
Yeah, were you in high school when you started or no?
No, I was 18 when I...
So then you came to Complete Automotive and you were just kind of like a detailer.
Yeah. Dude, I remember working, I worked at the motorcycle store in Cedar Rapids. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that.
And like one day I was like just like looking to make more money and also get out of a big business, like to get away from like a corporation shit. I wanted to be like more small town because it just felt more intimate and real to me.
Right.
And so I was like, that came up on my radar, was that those were some of my like needs that I wanted to fill.
Right.
Or some of my wants. And then my dad one day just like happened to take in one of our vehicles to Complete Automotive to the shop. He was like, hey, I told Justin in there that you're looking for work, and he said you should totally like come in and talk to him.
Right.
And I didn't know anybody. I'd never even stepped foot. I've seen that shop sitting there for the totality of my life living in this town, but I've never like been in there. And then I did, and it was super. I remember the first time I was like, okay, this is cool. Like I remember being really excited.
Yeah.
A bunch of my friends that, hey, this feels good.
That's awesome.
So
by the way, that was my shop, Complete Automotive,
right.
and Blake. That's how we were acquainted. He was working for me. But yeah, continue. He was. I'll tell a little speed up here a bit. But he was a detailer that wanted to learn and turn into a painter, prepper for vehicles, which in return made you more money and so forth. So
yeah, I was saving up to buy a house.
That's like, right. I forgot. Yeah, you. Doing the whole American thing again. Dude, you're getting ready to buy your house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude. I had my truck and my motorcycles, and
that's right. I forgot all about that.
Dude, yeah.
See, that's an old you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like that's
a different version, bro. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's cool though, back on the different version.
For sure.
Of little Opie.
Yeah.
Just painting cars professionally.
So the little version of Opie, how did you start changing, I guess? Like what was a defining moment or like to make the transition? Yeah.
I remember something that really somebody that really like played a huge role in me. I don't know, just like kind of played a huge role in me being who I am today was my ex-girlfriend who I was dating at the time. Like she was just like into meditating, and she had an older sister too, who was like also like really into kind of like spiritual stuff. And I don't know. I don't really know.
Did they rub off on you a little bit?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I was just they totally rubbed off on me, and I was just trying to kind of analyze and like ponder what inspired me to like give my attention, like what inspired me, like what attracted me to that. I don't really even know. I think it was just like, I know with meditating specifically, it wasn't so much what attracted me to meditating wasn't so much a spiritual thing, but more so a functionality. I learned that, meditating is a practice that will sharpen my ability to focus on things. And I really value being able to focus on things.
Yeah, mindfulness.
Yeah, right.
That's where it's funny. I'm actually going to be next week, I'm going to be doing a meditation class, and we have 12 people coming to it.
Yeah.
And here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, learn how to meditate.
Sure.
Because there's just been people don't understand what it does to your mind. And as far as, like, I could say, like, going to the gym to get ripped or shredded or muscled or just to, maybe stay fit.
Mm.
And what do we do for our mind?
Dude,
You know what I mean? Like, what do you do for it?
yes, this Western societally
Yeah,
speak like, the United
bitch
States.
about your job, like, "Fuck, I
Right.
gotta go to work today," and, "Oh, I gotta get home and make supper for the kids," and then tuck 'em in, you know what I mean? Like, just bitching constantly, so they're not really sharpening your mind.
Mm.
You're just in the same daily grind. There's, like, a huge not a huge I guess what I get confused is, like, the difference between meditation and mindfulness. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think of those 2 words, they kinda go hand in hand.
Yeah, I don't really.
Like, just being mindful of your thoughts is meditating to
Right.
me. Like, I'll be doing dishes and think of something, and I'm watching myself think of what I just said, and I'm really diagnosing what I just said in my head, and I'm like, I just took mindfulness to a new level, you
Yeah,
know?
it is. I sometimes struggle to see, like, the question of is there a difference between mindfulness and meditating? I
Mhm.
don't.
See a
Like,
difference,
yeah, it's
yeah.
just like I don't even have to be sitting down with my eyes closed on a
Right,
cushion to be meditating. Like,
right,
it really is whenever I can just remember to,
yeah.
like,
I never really thought of that. Like, maybe some people think of it as multitasking, you know?
meditating.
Yeah, meditating, like multitasking while you're meditating. Like, for example, I'll give you a story. Like, when I used to paint cars, it became like I was a robot,
Mm.
because I'd painted 3,000 cars. So it was just, I had to do it with my eyes closed. But my point being is that it gets boring and your mind starts to wander. And half the time, I don't even know. Like, I didn't even know I was doing something because I was thinking somewhere else.
Yeah,
And then next time, oh, I just painted that car. Oh, better get another one in the booth, paint another one.
yeah,
And then I get painting another one and I'm thinking and I'm over in this other planet or other place or,
yeah.
I'm in my past right now
Mm.
while I'm doing this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm following what you're saying. So
Yeah.
what's your point though? Like, you're saying.
Well, I'm just saying in general, like, you don't have to, like you said, sit crisscross applesauce,
Right.
lay on your back to meditate, close your eyes. You could be doing the dishes, you could be painting a car,
Sure.
you could be driving. How many people drive places and you're just like,
Not even
how
that.
did I left 30 minutes ago and now I'm at work.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and you don't, like, somebody asks you later who was driving behind you, they're like, "Did
Yeah,
you see that accident on 380?" And you're like, "What accident? What are you talking about?"
right.
Because you weren't actually, or because presumably you weren't, like, maybe actually as present with your visual awareness
No,
you
you
could have
weren't.
been.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, you were, like, thinking about groceries that you need to get and shit like that.
Right.
Um, yeah,
That
not that
weird.
there's a wrong place to be, honestly, with your.
I just had this thought, like, you were talking about, getting groceries and where you're at. Like, Emmett's been wanting VR, and I've been, like, seeing these things on VR, and our brother-in-law's got it, and I've tried it on, and it's pretty real, like, what you see is real, and now they're saying in the, like, next 5 years, what you see, you won't hardly be able to distinguish between your actual reality you're seeing out of your own
Sure.
eyes versus a VR. And that, like, got me thinking, when we were just talking about doing dishes or driving, like, it's your reality, whether you're doing something at that moment, but your mind's somewhere else
Mm.
and your body's here, doing your task. I'm just talking on the fly here, like connecting dots. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what happens when you put on VR and next thing you know, you're like so wrapped up in that VR,
In that world.
in that world that you don't even know like you're in this world.
Yeah.
Did you ever get like that with a video game
Um,
or no?
no.
No?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, or a book, like,
Yeah. Where you're in it so deep that it's like
you
you're
forget that you're actually a kind of a human being and you have, like,
yeah,
you're, like, laying down in bed.
right.
And your dog has, like, been whining at the door for 15 minutes trying to go out and take a shit. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but getting really lost in something.
Yeah.
Getting really lost in something, no matter what it is, and no matter whether
Mhm.
you're labeling it good or bad, like, the content of what you're getting lost in, it requires focus, and, like, that's, like, what meditating is. For me, that's, like, my intention with meditating is sharpening my ability to focus on things. Because I
Yeah.
like it, it's great. It feels good to get lost in
Right.
things that I actually want to get lost in.
On your own choice.
Yes, by my own,
Yeah.
yeah, by my own, with my
Yeah.
own autonomy. But if I'm getting lost in, like, shit that doesn't feel good, that I don't actually wanna be lost in, like my Facebook feed,
Yeah.
that's when I, like, wanna redirect my focus. But you
Mhm.
have to notice first that you're lost.
Yeah, that, back on that mindfulness, that's what got me going on my spiritual journey was a book, and
Mm.
that Peak Mind book,
Peak
that was
Mind
your book.
by Mishi
That
P.
yeah, dude, that was a big book too.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I remember this particular part in that book, she was talking about the military and, like, how your average guy that, just signed up just because he wanted to be brave and do something for his country and be proud,
Mhm.
and, like, how much aware he was of his surroundings, his platoon. Remember that part in the book where
Mm.
he's like, there were certain soldiers that were so aware of everything, like, before it even happened, so they knew when to make that shot, was a huge role in the military and stuff,
Mm.
and I don't know, I just remember that part of the book and just that kinda got me thinking about my own thoughts.
Right.
And I never really thought about my thoughts, and I don't think many of us think about our thoughts until we're, like, now talking about our
Yeah,
thoughts, and
yeah,
they're like, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, and you're like,
'Cause
"I went 30 some years and I never even knew." I mean, not that you don't have to, you can put a title on anything or a name on anything,
mhm.
I should say, but you were still doing it. You just didn't know you were doing it.
What do you mean? Title where? Title what?
Like, being mindful.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. Right, dude, yeah.
You know
Good
what I'm
point.
saying?
Yeah, totally.
Being mindful, like, I didn't know I was being mindful, even though, I mean, you can definitely
Got you.
harness it more and, like, really focus on something
Mhm.
and kinda build up your muscles and your brain. No different than, like, the gym with
Yeah.
physicality. But, yeah, I don't know,
You're
it's
saying
crazy.
are you saying that, like, in the before you knew about, like, the word mindfulness or
Yeah,
meditating, you surely were at times actually
doing it.
practicing it?
Yeah, I just didn't know that's what it was
Yeah,
called.
yeah. Yeah,
Or
practice.
meditating, I
Sure,
think.
yeah, yeah, totally, dude. Same here. I
Yeah,
remember making fun of it at one point in time.
right.
And just because of my own lack of, like, understanding of what it actually was.
True. Yeah.
Um
So, fast forwarding a little bit, you worked at Complete Auto, and then you got this wild hair up your arse
mhm.
to move. Well, you had your house, and then you were going to rent it
Mm.
out and move across the United States.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
let's
was
go into that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was working at the shop, noticing I just been through a breakup with that same girlfriend who was, like,
That's right.
getting
Yeah.
me into the meditating and
Mhm.
stuff, and that was, like, really that was a huge, moment in my life that I, like, still in this moment, as I sit in this chair and talk about it
Yeah.
3 years later or something,
Yeah.
that I still don't fully understand and, like, still don't really
Right.
I don't think fully grasp, like, the impact that that had on me, but I certainly know that it was a large
Huge
it
impact.
was a huge impact. It was enough for me to actually it shook me enough where I was like, "Well, I wanna do something crazy." Like, the intention there was really to, like, to get away from here, was to get away from Iowa.
So, were you running?
I mean, I've certainly had that judgment of myself at times that I ran with the by moving into a van and literally driving away. I certainly I've thought before, yeah, I was, like, running from
But
something painful.
honestly, though, like, but look at what it did.
Yeah, dude.
As much as, like, I'm watching your story unravel, and it's like your girlfriend, you like, oh, she broke your heart and did all this stuff, but look what she made you, like, look who you
Oh, dude.
became
I know,
because of that,
it's really a trip,
you
like
know?
yeah, and I before I get into that, I wanna say too and honor myself for, like, uh, I have a lot of grace around myself for moving it like, for, like, quote, unquote, "running away." Like,
Right.
that meant dude, that's, like, what felt good at the time, and
Mhm.
that's what I literally, like, felt like I needed to do in order to, like, feel, like, safe within myself and, like, to explore myself and all this shit. Like, I did it to meet needs, and I just wanna honor that that's, like, totally that's I don't consider it a mistake at all. That's totally, like, okay to run dude, run sometimes.
That's
I
awesome.
just wanna it's really important for me to honor that because for a while, I really, like, came down on myself for
Right.
that, for,
Yeah,
like
and that version of you, like, some of those versions that we don't really like so much, like, put those in a box and throw them under your bed
get
and
him out of here.
lock the closet door, and we're never visiting that again.
Yeah,
I did that for a moment in my life, and then
yeah,
once you realize that and honor, like, holy shit, all those bad times I was, quote, bad
yeah,
and just a shitty person, it's like, that's who made me today,
Yeah.
you know? And, like, without those bad times, I wouldn't know what a bad time was, you know?
Yes. Yeah, good point.
You wouldn't. You'd be like, you know, like, "Shit, man, like, times were" like our grandpas and dads used to say, like, "God, back in my those times were rough," you know? And it's
Yeah.
like, think about it, it was, but you're learning and
Yeah. So, yeah, through that breakup, that's why just like in that breakup, I got like within 3 months, I think, after the breakup, when I kind of started to like catch a break from like the depression
Mhm.
and like the loneliness, that's when I saw a van, a Sprinter van, like a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van sitting at a gas station as I drove by, and I was like I just had my innocent curiosity was just like, "How much do those cost?" I didn't know that it was a camper van or anything.
Right.
I just saw it and was like I went home, and as I was taking a shit, I was scrolling on Facebook Marketplace, and I found like a Mercedes-Benz van. It was like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right.
But I saw that it was built out into a camper van, and that's like then I was like, "Wait, c people live out of these."
It's like a motor home, just really small platform.
Yeah, and really mobile.
Yeah.
And then from there, I just, like, started to look into it, and I got really, really enthusiastic about buying and building out and moving into a van because I have the resources to do it.
Right.
I have the people around me with the know-how to, like, repair a vehicle, mechanically speaking. Then I also have, like, enough carpentry experience that I was like, "Yeah, I could throw some wood together and, like, build
Yeah.
something cool."
Right.
Um, and so, yeah, I moved into a 1995 Ford Econoline.
Not down by a river.
Dude, not down by river. It was
Alright.
down in Arkansas, actually, and it was it's an old church van. Dude,
Yeah.
I will never forget driving
Yeah.
that van back to Iowa. Like, driving a passenger van, it smelled like musty foods, and it had, like, 4 rows of seats in it. I remember buying that thing and just feeling really, really, like, shocked that I was really doing it. Driving it back from
Right.
Arkansas for, like I just had to sit with myself with a shitty stereo that sounded like a dead bird
I
trying to
just
crow.
I'm just, like, picturing you as, like, this pasture right now, taking a bunch of these boys to camp.
Oh my
"Alright, boys."
Yeah, dude. It was really surreal that I was, like, I had actually bought a van with intentions to move into it.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I did that, and I first went to Colorado when I got done building it. When I got done building it, dude, I went to Denver, Colorado for a few weeks for the 2023 World Psychedelic Science Conference. Uh,
That was cool, I
that was
bet.
such a neat experience, and I thought, "Maybe I'll stay out here." When I arrived there at first, I was like, "Maybe I'll
Right.
stay out here and just, like, try to live here," but then I was like after my time spent there, I was like, "I wanna do some more things to the van, like, I wanna upgrade my solar system and shit." So I drove back to Iowa, and then from there from here, from Iowa, that's when I caught wind of a upcoming Vipassana retreat in
Mm.
Delaware,
Yeah.
and it was like it was like, honestly, pretty sure it's the closest one to us besides Colorado, but they didn't have a soon enough retreat.
Right.
There's a time thing kinda going on. And so, yeah, then I once I got done upgrading the van, I drove to Delaware to do a retreat, and then I just shot down the coast to Asheville, North Carolina, and mainly inspired by a podcast, like a guy on YouTube, Taylor Johnson, who I follow, a men's sexual health coach.
Yeah.
He just like he lives in Asheville and spoke highly of it a couple times, and I really was enthusiastic about learning more about like the stuff he was talking about and like the men's sexual health, like really
Had you
got my attention.
had you been to Asheville before or no?
No, I had only ever heard of Asheville from
From
literally
him.
only him.
And that
Nobody else in my entire
and
life
that's
ever
why
mentioned.
you wanted to go check it out probably because
Yeah,
of this guy.
because once I heard of it from him, I started doing my own research into it, and I was like, okay, yeah, there seems to be like kind of this hippie culture going on here, and other ways of intentionally living, like outdoor minimalism.
Right.
Um, what is the other thing? Primitive skills gatherings. Like Asheville's like
Yeah.
a pretty solid mecca for primitive skills people. And let's just go try it for a few months. I
Yeah.
really fell in love with Asheville.
Yeah. Did you feel like you could be more you, I guess, there?
Yeah. Oh, dude,
I
absolutely.
mean, because you're kinda like
That's
a spitball of fire, like, spunky dude, like, not your normal Iowa boy.
sure.
Y
Yeah, definitely. Like, I definitely had like what I want to call at the time. There were seeds of like the spitballer, like fiery,
Right.
um, like just w- at time like in if you look at me in the box of Iowa, you're like, "Why is this one here?" You're
Mm,
like just a little bit. You're like, "Why that one is kind of different."
yeah.
And then moving to Asheville,
Yeah.
that just fertilized that seed, and
Right.
suddenly I sprouted more and more into like these ways that were really exciting and fun.
Yeah.
Um, and I honestly, dude, like you asked me if I felt like I was more myself or able to be more myself there, and like short answer, yes. The long answer is like I think I would have been able to be more myself had I moved really anywhere. It was just what was important is that I got out of here.
Right.
Like that I got out,
Why getting out of here though? What do you mean
um
by that I guess.
because I only knew here. So
Okay.
I'd like really
Did you feel like you were done growing then, or like you want to expand, or what?
yeah, I think all those words resonate. Like I was it's almost like when you're in a place for so long, you really do I mean I really kind of experienced this
The
sense
ceiling.
of like hitting
Yeah,
a
you hit the ceiling and there's like nowhere else for you to
kind of
go.
getting
Like
bored.
I'm just gonna stay here. I've talked about this with like farmers. Nothing against farmers, but I look at my grandpa, grew up on a farm, raised a family on a farm, died on a farm. He didn't go anywhere, and it's like there's some people that are like you that want
Mhm.
to move or explore, or, go to the moon. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah, and like to grandpa's credit,
yeah,
my grandpa too, like they didn't have the internet. They honestly probably didn't know about all this richness,
they
diversity
didn't.
shit that's out
No,
there. So
no.
like, yeah, why would you
Life
go
was
anywhere?
easier, I shouldn't say easier. It was
Yeah.
just simpler.
Yeah,
It was a
just
simple life.
right. And dude, like, yeah, I just want to give a shouts to them because
Oh, for sure.
they're just like doing their
Yeah,
best. They're just like doing their best with what they had.
right. But
Um,
not Opie. Opie's like, "All right, Iowa,
dude,
I graduated. We are
yeah,
now going to."
I did. Opie grew up. Yeah, Opie grew out of Iowa
Mhm.
because I had the internet as a kid and because I
Right.
like was exposed to all these different like people that were around the world. Like I watched YouTube videos and like
Dude, that's so
yeah,
crazy because 'cause I'm 10 years older than you, but sometimes I feel like I'm, like, 30 years older than you. You know what I mean? Like, because you were watching more of YouTube and stuff, and, like,
yeah,
I didn't get into that, I mean, to be honest, in, like, the last, like I mean, once you came to complete automotive, I mean, be real,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
we had internet, but we didn't, like, use it. I didn't use a lot of it. I mean, honestly,
yeah.
I never even really used a computer much until I moved up in the office, like you were watching it when you were young, so you were already experiencing so much of the world,
Yes,
and it was like, I wanna try something, like, real now, like,
but
my
you
body wants to experience it.
yeah. And so are you saying then that like you mentioned like you feel like 30 years older than me at times because you
Yeah.
experienced
Well, that
this so different part of
right, well, what
time.
we were just talking about, like, grandpa, like,
Yeah,
I
right.
was stuck, not stuck, but I was just living a more simpler life,
Yeah,
didn't know
because
about
you
the
didn't
whole
know about it,
world.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't know about the world, and
right.
then you start, like, the internet. Thank you, internet,
Wow,
Mm,
dude. Yeah,
yeah, and then you're like, "Okay, I can go here now, and I've been there," but there is something said not just experiencing it in your mind, but your body experiencing it as well. You know what I mean?
You're saying like hearing a podcast about something happening in
Yeah,
California
or
versus
even
being
that
there.
guy moving like, you wanted to move to Asheville because you wanted to experience with this guy and you liked what he said, and then
Hmm.
you move there and now your body gets to experience that
Yeah.
versus just your mind. Like you were saying, all these places we've went, like, I'm the same way, man. I can put myself though, like Estes Park. I love Estes Park.
Yeah, boy.
And, like, I've been there quite a few times, and I wanna move there, and I'm like, "Dude, I'll envision myself having a business there and doing all this stuff there
Mhm.
and taking young lads out into the mountains and showing them special flowers and showing them the
Yeah.
elk and bear,"
Yeah, yeah.
but then I'm like, "Whoa, I'm not actually there." But then when I get there, my body's again, like, now climbing that mountain, like, my
Mhm.
actual body's there, it's like it's a whole new experience again,
To reel it back in, I guess, to the whole I think the direction you wanna go is
So you lived out in Nashville in your van. I gotta ask some questions about this van life stuff here,
mhm,
so I'm
yeah.
gonna hit you with some.
Sure.
Uh, how long did you do the van life? I mean, you're currently doing it, right?
Yeah, and I mean, in
And
this moment, technically, no, I'm living at my parents' as I build out my new van.
right,
Um,
but your old van, how long did you do that
I did
van
it
for?
I did it for almost 2 years. in the
Almost 2 years.
yeah, in the old van.
Wow.
Um,
It's a lot of shits out in the woods, boys and girls.
that was a lot of feces. Yeah. What the hell?
How
'Cause there
many thunderstorms did you go through, or, like, snowstorms or raining or just, like,
most only
freak
thunder.
moments?
I mean, in Nashville, dude, it hardly snows.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
yeah, I didn't end up, like, um yeah, I didn't end up, like I haven't experienced being in my van while snow is landing on it yet, I don't think. Um,
Huh.
but thunderstorms, for sure. Thunders
Scary?
I don't know if I ever really experienced fear. I experienced more annoyance than anything because it was pretty loud. Like, it was hard to sleep
Yeah.
with thunderstorms going on, and I'm just in this, like, 1995 40 350. Like, it's just a pill. It's a big capsule. Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah, it is. It is like a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a really good storm. Actually, when I was in Denver, I remember like, my band just like swaying
Right.
because the suspension is like
Yeah.
not locked down or whatever. I remember just trying to go to sleep, and my whole band is just kind of like rocking,
Mhm.
and it's hailing. It was actually like hailing in the van at the time. I remember thinking, "Whoa." That was actually like my first couple weeks in the van. This
Right.
is cool, but also
Right.
annoying at times when
Right.
I'm trying to get good sleep.
Wow.
It's
So, yeah, the van life, and then, you were in the hurricane, the storm that went through
Hurricane
Asheville.
Eileen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that? Touch base on that real quick, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I was fortunately, I wasn't actually sleeping in the van, like, the night and the couple of days that the hurricane hit.
Right.
I was apartment sitting for a friend, Reese. Oh, okay. I was apartment sitting for a friend. Her name is Reese. She's sweet.
Yeah.
I won't say her last name,
Yeah.
actually. Uh,
Well, there ain't too many Reese's out there, I don't
yeah.
think. I
No,
mean, unless we're talking Reese's Pieces, but
yeah, true,
yeah.
which are a really great treat.
So you
Um,
were house sitting and the storm rolled through and you didn't really think anything of it at the time, or
I
did it get
was
bad, or just lots of rain?
I remember people, like, getting nervous for it. I was going to massage school at the time. I remember, like, a bunch of my classmates were like there was just, like, a lot of hype around it and, like, that there was a storm coming, but I definitely did not take it as seriously as I wish I would have actually. Because that night the night that it hit, I was actually doing a bodywork, like a massage trade with my friend who I'll call B-Man, who I do call B-Man.
Batman?
No,
B-Man.
B-Man. Yeah, that's my boy. I did a bodywork trade with him, so I spent, like, a few hours with him at night just studying massage and practicing it on each other, different techniques. It's actually the first time I ever massaged a human diaphragm.
Like the
Um,
abs?
no. The muscle of which you breathe with that's lining the bottom of your rib cage, your diaphragm, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Intense,
It's really
probably.
intense. It's intense to do it as a practitioner, to be reaching under somebody's rib cage, and it's also really intense to be receiving that.
Would you
I
do that to me a little bit or no?
I asked you if you wanted it, and you said no.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Shit, it does seem kind of scary.
It is.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's pretty wicked, but it's like an important muscle to try to massage every now and then, I think. But
Wow.
anyways, that's besides the point. Yeah, we did a bodywork trade this night, and it was, like, starting to rain, and he lives in his van too.
Oh,
Um,
Van Brothers.
yeah, but he was
Yeah.
over at the apartment with me just doing a massage trade, and so
Oh.
he's like, "Hey, like, so where should I, like, sleep tonight?" And part of me was like, "Well, there's a huge floor and a huge couch right here,
Yeah.
but this isn't my s." I hadn't asked the
Yeah,
owner yet if I wanted to do that or if
right.
I could do that, and so I was like, "Well, dude, stay down at, Bent Creek Experimental Forest. It's, like, right down the road here." And he did. And then the hurricane hit, and he got actually stuck in there and was, like, experiencing huge oak trees falling all around him on this fucking gravel road in the middle of the woods. Like, he was in danger is my point, and he got stuck there for several days. He
But
has
you
a
didn't
really
know that at the time, right?
I didn't know what
That he was stuck in the woods
I
when it was happening?
I did know because when I was getting reception, like the day after the storm hit, when the sun like finally like came back out, I drove somewhere where there was cellular reception, and I did get a hold of him, and he did tell me like, "Yo, I'm trapped in here." Um,
Oh, so you had to go, like, save him, or
I I attempted to, but I couldn't even get to like I attempted to via my van, right? Like via
yeah.
driving, and I couldn't even get to the paved road that went into the park of which he was located in. That's full of these gravel like mountain roads
Why, just the roads
because
were gone? Trees?
trees were just like snap, snap, snap. Like so many
Oh.
trees were in the way, dude. Travel was just like so limited, and also he was
Anybody have horses?
There's definitely like yeah, like a horse culture there.
Well, I mean, like, that would have been nice to have to, like, weave in and out of the
Sure.
trees and jump over the trees and
Oh
shit.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just thinking right now of saving your buddy, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I didn't have a fucking I had horsepower, but I didn't have horse yeah, and something that so I guess my point is I have regret around not, like, just telling Bryce, "Hey, like, just or asking Reese, 'Hey, like,
Yeah.
can he crash here tonight?'" I have regret around that because my boy was in danger for and then got stuck there for, like, 4 or 5 days and had to saw his way out of trees, out to get out of these woods. It was just like a clusterfuck. But also,
Saw his way out.
dude, I'm not
I'm thinking of
handsaw, dude.
you're, like, painting me Rambo right now.
Oh my god, B-Man is a fucking legend. You
Yeah.
should hear his story,
He
dude.
just sounds like Rambo, dude.
Dude, he can I tell you part of his story,
Oh, yeah.
in the woods? It's a really incredible thing. So he named that, like, as the storm started to hit,
Right.
he, like, literally started to hear, like, trees snapping, and so he
Right.
thought, "I gotta get out. I should leave this place. I should leave the woods." And so he started, like, to drive, like, down this gravel road when he, like, met a tree that had a huge immobile tree that had snapped and crossed the road and blocked him. So then he went the other way, and he found, like, I'm locked in. There's another one up here. And as he went back and forth, just trying to
Just
decide which one
trying
can I
yeah.
saw down, like,
Right.
which one could I maybe get out with? As he went back and forth, more fell and slowly shrank him into a fucking thing, dude. It's like and finally, he was like he told me after it happened a couple of times, and he drove back and forth a couple of times, a huge like, the biggest oak he's ever seen fell, like, dude, like, feet behind him, and, like, I can't remember how he described the experience to me of having a huge tree literally fall along the road that you are parked on, but,
Yeah.
like, within
Feet of you.
50 feet or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Um, but he's like, "That's when I escaped. That's when I just, like, got in my van."
Did his van get crushed or anything?
Mm-mm, no,
No?
no.
He's weaving in and out all these trees and not getting somehow blown apart by
Oh,
a tree
bro.
landing on
He
it.
really I'm so thankful for that. And I'm thankful that it was him and not any of my other friends that I sent to those woods, because if there's
Right.
anybody I trust to, like, be okay in the woods and be able to manage himself, it's B-Man.
Yeah.
100%.
He was meant for it.
He was so meant for it, dude. This
Yeah.
guy fed me raccoon. Like, if there's anybody in the world who I trust to be in the woods
How is
alone,
raccoon, by the way?
not
Good?
no,
I
I
mean
didn't
I mean, depends on what that raccoon just ate,
sorry.
right?
Yeah.
Like, if he just got done mowing down a huge, I don't know, pepperoni pizza, he probably wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
But if he's eating some dirty socks and, some, I don't know,
I
cat
don't know,
litter,
dude.
I don't know how he's going to taste.
Yeah. I'd be interested in I'm so open to trying it again. I would
Right.
love it on a taco, it'd be totally fine. But we had it alone. We power fried it or whatever, or air fried it. Or not air fried, steam in a power cooker. We power cooked it.
Oh, a power cooker.
Yeah. And we actually we did the like we power cooked the whole corpse.
So, you were trading massages with this guy, and how did you get into the massage? Like, what led you to massage school?
Well, let me to massage school was honestly it had a lot to do with Elroy.
Really?
Yeah, massaging him as I massaged him at the shop, just like did like little shoulder rubs and shit on him. I really
Enjoyed it?
came to notice, oh, I enjoy giving this. Like I enjoy doing this for people. It's fun to explore muscles in this way, like literally with my hands. And it also seems to like really help him. And I love the idea of like helping people. And it was him, I think it was like him and Patrick that like one day, just like very casually said, you like maybe should really like consider
Going to massage
being a
school?
massage therapist. Yeah. And just like some months went by and I like thought about it and I moved to Asheville and I slowly just kind of like started to kind of like learn something about myself, which is that I love the idea of like fixing things.
Right.
That's why I worked at a motorcycle shop for a while because I wanted to learn like how to fix motorcycles, and then I like worked on cars because I wanted to learn how to fix cars. And that's what I call my transition of fixing cars to like fixing people and fixing bodies.
Fixing minds, too.
Yeah. Also, like yeah, like I worked at a drug addiction recovery center that was a
Right.
wilderness based program, and that my intention there also was like I hesitate to use the phrase "fix it" when I am talking about like people's mental health,
Right.
because I think that's something that's so much more complicated than just like fixing it. Like I don't think it really. I don't know.
No, you're
It feels touchy to me to
eh,
say that.
yeah, it's them too. I mean, I've realized this in all my healing work or whatever, that it's not actually me doing the healing. It's the
Mhm.
individual is doing the healing,
Okay, yes, that does feel.
you
I
know?
love like no.
And it's the same thing with your mind and everything. It's not we can say something and they gotta be the ones to bite on it, you know?
Right. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
But the body, you know, like how I mean, see, you were at Complete Auto massaging guys and,
yeah.
you know, and then it's like, "Well, I think I like this. I'm gonna give it a whirl," and
Yeah. And it's hands on, right?
right.
And it's like, yeah. So
Was
that
that a lot to go through? I mean, like,
the
a lot of
school,
schooling and stuff?
it was a 6-month program. It ended up being like 7 or 8-ish months for me because that hurricane
Oh,
hit,
that's
everything got paused.
right, yeah.
Um, it was not as honestly, I am overall like pretty underwhelmed from my massage school experience. Like I definitely learned a lot, dude. But I think a lot of it was like really easy and not it wasn't as like maybe I shouldn't say that it's easy. It just didn't really like it didn't scratch my itch for like knowing more about the body mechanically speaking. Like
Right.
there was a lot of stuff and a lot of hands-on practice with these different techniques, but none of it was like this hardcore studying and like looking through a book of like anatomy book that I honestly get off on. Like I love
Yeah,
knowing muscle attachment points. I love
yeah.
knowing exactly where muscles in a body, and I love then taking that knowledge that I learned from a book and then going and grabbing somebody's latissimus dorsi, like with my hand.
Whatever that is. What is that?
That's your lats, dude. That's
Your
your body.
lat.
Yeah.
See, I know nicknames of
Sure.
muscles,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And so yeah, to kind of like circle it back to your question, I was just like, I like fixing things. And I guess massage school would be a way for me to learn how to fix muscles. So let's
Right.
go try that. And I did. I had a really one of my favorite professors. Well, he was like my favorite like instructor. He was a male, first of all, so he thought a lot like me. Very like like just like logical. And could really meet me in that space when he taught me like anatomy and different modalities for like fixing like tense or like adhesions and muscles. And it was all just like straightforward, dude. Okay, yes. One of the things that I no, one of the things that, about massage school, just to like to really kind of galvanize what I'm saying, is when I learned like about craniosacral therapy in massage school, which is like a modality. It's a modality of massage, but it works with your skull.
Mhm.
Like it works like just like a huge part of it.
Well, I know about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so learning that,
You learned that at massage school, that
I
was part of your program?
learned about it. I don't want to say I learned that because like
Okay. You learned about it,
I learned
though?
about it, yeah.
Yeah.
And in learning about it and like doing some practice with it, I quickly was just like, "Oh, this isn't for me right now in my time of life." Like when as I'm craving this like logical, straightforward shit, I was like, "This isn't for me," because my instructor continues to tell me, "Well, just feel it."
Yeah.
Like we're talking about the craniosacral pulse, like holding somebody's skull in your hands and trying to feel for a pulse.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like. I need more specific instructions than that. Like telling me to just, look at me. I'm a 25-year-old male.
Yeah.
I have nothing but testosterone. How am I supposed to, I don't know what to feel. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Now of course like exaggerating there.
But did you feel it?
No, dude, I really like,
Couldn't
I
get it,
couldn't
yeah.
get any kind of grasp on what a craniosacral pulse feels like, but I could so easily find triceps muscle
Right.
or your rhomboid major.
Right.
That's something I can feel with my
Right.
thumbs.
Yeah.
But this whole idea of like not, God, that's so yeah, that's just where I'm at right now. Not to
Right.
say I won't get to a point in which that
Oh,
stuff
for
does,
sure. I
in
think stuff will open and, like,
right,
because what I'm seeing is, like, you're not attuned to that specific area right now, you
sure,
know,
yeah,
where it's like and you just gotta follow your passion too at this point, you know, like,
right,
being like you're wanting to grind in and,
yeah,
I remember, like, the massage you're giving me, it was like, "Let's" I think the 2 times ago, I was like, "I wanna feel like I'm 19 again,"
mhm,
you know, and
yeah.
it's like, "So
I love that request.
let's beat me up a little bit, get into, like, some of that muscle areas that don't really ever get touched," you
Right,
know,
that's
and
my
that's
shit.
yeah, and you love that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want to, I call it, I want to denuclearize your body, dude.
Why do you love that so much? Just because it never gets addressed or what? It's like or new territory you're dancing on?
Yeah, I think it's because it's new to me. The structural stuff is like new.
Right,
It's easy enough that I have a sense of like, oh, I'm doing it. Like I'm experiencing success enough with doing structural work
right.
Whereas, like, with craniosacral, out of a dozen attempts of doing it, of trying to, like, feel a pulse and trying to do it, I just, like, had I had very little success. So, of course, I'm
Right.
discouraged. Like,
Yeah.
of course, I don't go that direction anymore because it
Right.
wasn't easy enough, dude. There's gotta
Yeah.
be some sense of, like,
Right.
I can do this, and I didn't have it with craniosacral or with
Well, it's neat to be aware of like, hey, you've tried.
dude, yeah,
I'm gonna go to this area now,
right.
and this area that we were talking about, it's not your normal fluffy foo-foo, like, just rub and do my massage. I've had massages that were very gentle. They feel good, don't get
Sure.
me wrong. It's like, "Oh, man, this feels great." And then there's massages like, God, that feels weird,
Yeah.
and it's uncomfortable,
Mm.
but once you get done doing it, it's like, "Oh my god, I can breathe better." Like,
Yeah.
my ribs, like, I feel expanded. There's one time I have some bigger pectoral muscles,
Mhm.
and, Opie was really working on them. And the next week, I was so much more stronger
Mm.
just from you massaging and opening up certain areas around my muscle that it, like,
Um,
increased my strength even more
mm.
because I think, like we were talking before, like, my muscles were so scrunched in and, like, compact,
Mhm.
and you were, like, stretching and elongating them to where now I have more motion and more power. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
oh
This
my
makes
god.
sense,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. Yeah, it's like having a it's similar to, like, if you don't have, like, clean, smooth brake rotors on a car, your
Yeah.
brakes are gonna be less effective at
Right,
doing their
and they're
job.
gonna squeak and scrunch and all these
Oh,
noises
yeah,
and stuff,
exactly,
you know?
and it's like the same logic applies to your muscles. Yeah, it's when you get I remember, just like when you start if you're like somebody who's into, like, bodybuilding or into physical exercise, running, whatever it is, dude, when you start to incorporate, like, consistent massage into your routine, it really, like it just, like, physically changes your body, like, you will notice, like, "Whoa, this is, like,
You become a new
making it
hu yeah, a new
easier
human, you
making it
know?
easier to do this shit." New human. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right? Think about that with everything though too. Again, we were talking about our mind and meditation, and then we're talking about massage and incorporating this into our and this is like wrapping up like this whole holistic thing that we're trying to do here, what I'm trying to do with my body and my mind and everything is like how far can I push it, you know? And
Like, how far can you improve?
and push myself. Like
Mm,
everything, like mindfulness, meditation. I do energy work, like how much energy I can move,
uh,
and then as well as like little things like diet, like fasting, and then getting a massage. Like what I'm trying to do is I'm testing boundaries of my body.
sure.
And what's happening is it's just getting strong, like, and especially when you go into those deep, uncomfortable areas. I mean, that's kinda how life is in general too, when we're talking about deep, uncomfortable areas, nobody wants to talk about it, but when we do, it's like and get done with it, you're like,
Yeah,
"Yes,"
right.
and it's same thing with our body, and we're not hitting those muscles that we've never hit before,
Yeah,
and then you hit them, and it's like, I don't like it,"
yeah,
and then
yeah,
all of a sudden it's like, Pretty intense. That's
yeah.
awesome. I
I love
like
it.
how you, like, figured that out, though, being like an auto body worker to a
Human
human
body
body
work. It's
worker,
re isn't that
you know?
weird? Isn't that crazy
That's
that that's how
cool.
that, like, spanned out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Feels good, dude. It's
Yeah.
been really fun, and I still love, like, I love what I learned about working on cars, and
Right.
I still use a lot of that
They're all
knowledge, dude.
skills.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I wanna go back to, like, massage a little bit. I just had something I thought, like,
Mhm.
my, mind is always turning so fast. So, with me doing energy work and everything too, it's more women based than men based.
Yeah.
How do you, like, I guess, get into a woman's space, without it being I mean, you know what I'm trying to say, like, not having them feel uncomfortable and you feel uncomfortable, because a difficult space to be in. I mean, because women, let's be real, like, they've been through some shit for the
Yeah.
last 2,000 years. So, and then when another man's getting ready to touch you and stuff, like, that's where I'm wondering, like, is it? is it harder to get clients that way? Like, because you're a man versus, like, if you're a girl and let's say you're just working at a spa, it's like, well, I don't wanna go to him because he's a man,
Sure.
and I'm gonna and I'm playing that card right now.
So so you're curious to hear about, like, much as my experience being a male practitioner
Yeah,
working with female clients?
working with females and not crossing over fine lines, but then
Yeah.
also how magical it is to hold space for a woman, not like intimacy involved at
Oh, right.
all, you're just holding space for that girl
Yeah.
as a male figure. Do you wanna touch a little on that? Like, how do you feel? And
Yeah. Well, currently hearing, like, that question get brought up, I certainly notice, like, a little bit of tenseness in my body because it is like an area of massage therapy that, like, a lot of people have made mistakes and, like, crossed boundaries and, like,
oh,
broken
for
trust and,
sure.
like, really ended up hurting people, like,
Yeah.
emotionally, physically, whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a super tender thing, and I think part of me too is, like, tends to talk about it because I really don't have I have, like, now maybe 250 hours of hands-on experience. Like, I don't have a lot of experience with
Right.
I mean, I have experience with massage, certainly, but I don't have, like, as much I guess I'm comparing myself to, like, one of my friends who's been doing it for, like, 2 decades. So, I have there's female clients who have, like there's a couple moments at school, in the clinic, where female clients learned that they were, like, about to get massage like, that their massage had been scheduled with a male practitioner, and they said, "I actually prefer a female." And so
Right.
then they just get switched, where, like, I had preferences around having a male massage them or not. I experienced a lot of my classmates craving my style of I don't think it was necessarily because I was a male. Me as a practitioner because of, like, the deep tissue work that I do.
Yeah, your own
Uh,
little
yeah,
niche.
that's, like, way more, though, about my style rather than my gender.
Well, that's good though. It's just the reason why I bring this up is, like, typically there's not many male massage therapists. There's not many male things in any spa work or anything like that.
Sure.
So that's why I was asking the question, like, with females, how does that make you feel? And or like for me, that's primarily who I work on are females. And but then again, I also realize how beautiful it is to hold space for a woman. I'm just literally holding space for this woman because I want to help her out and it's beautiful and like I truly like love her at that moment
Right.
because she's being so vulnerable with me and I am with her. But there's no like sexual feelings,
Sure.
and that's why I wonder with like massage because again I mean I look at it like me and my wife, like we'll be sitting in bed and I like rub her and then next thing you know it's like, "Hey, you want a massage?" And then that kinda gets you going a little bit,
Mhm.
but like shutting that off, while you're working with others because it is sacred and there are boundaries and stuff,
Totally.
and it probably is a little bit more difficult being a male massage therapist than it would be a female massage therapist, just because it's favored more towards the female industry,
Yeah,
you
dude.
know?
Yeah, it's something you said there reminded me that, like, there's kind of, like I think an area where, like, one of the lines is drawn,
Mhm.
like, before it turns, like, sexual, and this is an area that I have so much enthusiasm to play in
Okay.
and to practice my massage therapy from, is passion. Like, dude, people you can tell when your massage practitioner is, like, passionately giving you a massage,
For
and
sure.
and that can that's, like
You're reading their like, I'm saying is that I'm reading your energy, I can feel your vibe, like,
oh, yeah.
whether you're, like, shitty I mean, and, like, note for you, like, I've had massage therapists cancel on me because they weren't feeling good and they didn't feel capable enough of working on me. That's how much respect they
Oh,
had for
sure.
me
Yeah.
is because they're like, "Hey, I don't wanna work on you today." It wasn't like they were sick or anything, it's just they didn't feel right with something, And
Well,
that's if she woulda just said, "I gotta work with Justin because today's the day," and, like, what if she did and something up, on me?
dude, yeah.
And or maybe I got sick or something, whatever. It took a lot of balls from her to call me and say, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to do it today. We're gonna have to reschedule because I wanna be at my fullest capable 100%
To
ability
work on
to work
you.
on you."
Dude,
And that was like, damn. At first I was pissed, because I was like, I really wanted a massage
yeah.
today. But then I'm like, that's awesome.
Dude,
Like,
it's
thank you,
yeah.
you know?
Bro, oh my god, I love that you noticed that.
Yeah.
It is like with me and you with the work that me and you do
Right.
Reiki, right?
Yeah.
And I do like we work on people, we work on
Right.
human beings.
Yeah.
And dude, it's so fair and valid that sometimes we don't have the capacity for specific human beings and to work on them. And like so it just reminds me that like we're having an inner like it's a whenever I'm massaging somebody, it's not me massaging them. It's like more so myself and them coming together to literally just like co-create an experience
Right.
in which we both feel connected to each other.
It's a dance.
It's a beautiful thing. And for us to just total like, oh man, for for any practitioner to be, I mean, there's like a space for this. Like I have grace around it, but I think for any practitioner to be like, just like to not be in tune to like what your practitioner was in tune with and
Right.
noticing, I don't think I can do, I just can't work with Justin today. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel good for me or authentic or whatever. Practitioner to not be in tune to that and to act on it, I think is like kind of a shame.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a,
Well, you're in the line of work of healing, okay, and helping people. You're in that line of work, and me too, and other people I know of. And it kind of starts with like yourself. And I've said this a million times to everybody. You cannot give your best to somebody else if you're not giving your best to yourself. So if you're not at 100%, how the hell are you going to give me 100%?
it's,
If you're at 50, you're giving me 50, probably less than 50.
mm,
So, I mean, and that applies in everything we do in this life. Remember that.
yeah,
Everything you do, like if you want to be a better husband, boyfriend, father, friend, all-star worker, whatever it is, you got to check yourself, you know?
yeah,
And if you are
yeah. Where am
doing
I at?
that, yeah, and then I mean that's where the passion, the experience comes from is
Yeah,
like, dude, yeah. I mean, because 'cause we've all had stuff like that, well, at least I have, where you're like, "That just didn't feel right," or, "I've had better," and then I've had, like, massages that I was like one of this, friends of mine, she gave me the best massage last time. I mean, it was the best massage I've ever had,
mm,
and I was like to her, I'm like, "That was the best massage, hands down," and just kept
yeah,
repeating, like, "Best day ever, best massage ever,"
mhm,
and, like, I mean, tooting her horn and ego, it
mm,
made her feel good, dude, it made me feel good
oh
too,
yeah,
but she was at her best, I was at my best,
mm,
so it was just the best experience.
right, yeah,
Because we were just both at our best,
dude, yeah.
you know?
I like to tell, I love to tell my massage therapist before they massage me, especially males, because it feels way safer. And I love to tell them because I love experiencing this for people. I love like requesting like be man, like that is passion.
Right.
Um, it's something about human connecting via healing can really be dicey and like
Mhm.
really be a treacherous space to play to make money in.
Well,
It's
it's
like
not
so
your
good.
normal, really normal career. I mean, I guess there are massage therapists out there, doing stuff, but I'm saying in general, like even like Chelsea becoming a sound healer, me doing Reiki or whatever, it's not normal stuff. I mean, I think people are becoming more open and aware of it
Mm,
and are starting to realize, I think as the younger generations become older, it's like, hey, I think I need to fix myself or I need to work on myself. It's not just I need to go to work 8 to 5, for eternity,
yeah,
and that's that, and then I die.
sure.
You know what I mean? I think a lot more people are aware of their body and mind now
Mm,
and wanna work on themselves and because again, we're talking about being 100%. You ain't working on yourself, you're not gonna be at 100%,
yeah,
and you're always gonna be at 50% that's just a scrappy dog that's just been beat and that's what you give out to the world, and
dude.
then it's poor me, poor me, poor me, but if we're, like you said, tuning up a little bit, incorporating massage in your schedule, which Chelsea says that to me, she's like, "You're so bougie getting a massage and this and that." I'm like, "Listen," I'm like, "I feel good," but then it's like this balance, like, I'm beating my body up, like, lifting or running or whatever it is, but
Mm,
I enjoy that, like, I really enjoy getting a good workout in and abusing my body. I like abusing my body, but then after that, it's like we're fixing it with massage, and we're
Mhm.
doing this energy work to fix it and repair it. And then I'm back beating it again, and then I'm repairing it again, and then I'm beating it again. But let me tell you, you keep beating and you keep repairing, that becomes like a well lubricated engine. You
Yeah,
know what I
dude. Oh
mean?
god, hell yeah.
Yeah, we're like fine tuning now. We're not just at like 300 horsepower. We're working to like get up to 1,000
Yeah,
here. Like, how far can I push this human body?
yeah.
Is what interests me, man.
Dude, yeah. You're
Does.
flashing that ECU.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, "Ding, it's not gonna blow, I
Yeah,
promise."
yeah. Yeah, we're just like yeah.
It's
I've,
cool. I love it too. I'm just happy for you how passionate you are about it. And listeners out there, I've had him massage me now, like nicely, warmly, feeling goodly, and also like deep shit. Like, I want you to hit this spot because I need these muscles to move a certain way.
yeah,
So not very comfortable, and you got to touch for it all. And I love
dude.
when you're touching like certain spots, like it was like lower spots on my back, but it felt like my neck muscles were like twitching and moving. So you're like, it's like the inertia, damage. It's like you're
Mhm.
you're hitting a spot here, but it's touching a spot up here,
Sure.
but you're not physically touching that spot,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, there's, like that takes my mind in the direction of, like, the different, like, muscle chains of the body
Hey,
and how yeah, it's not like, all the muscles are, like, separate. It's all like, "No,
yeah,
everything's connected." I kind of hesitate to say that, but everything is, like, connected in the body,
for sure.
from my understanding of it,
Right.
and yeah,
So what's
totally.
in the future plans? And we get the van built out, you heading back to Asheville, or
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, currently building out um, my high roof transit
Mhm.
van that I can stand
Upgrade.
in.
No longer in the 1995 sheepdog,
Yeah.
Ecoline van.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Look
Now we're modernizing, right?
yeah. Yeah, I have, like, a modern drivetrain under my feet when I'm in the van, which
Yeah,
feels really good, smooth. It's actually even though it's like
you're upgrading essentially.
yeah,
You
yeah.
did this for a time now, it's like, maybe this would go smoother, this is a nicer ride I got. What's
Sweet.
your plan then when you get to Asheville? Are you, like, hopping into a spa, or what are you gonna do for work, or what's your plans there?
I wanna certainly, like, I wanna work in massage. I wanna practice in some way, shape, or form, preferably in, like, structural work, not so much, like, relaxy-laxy stuff. Um,
Are there, like
part-time.
are there, like, actual, like, titles for that?
What, relaxy-laxy?
Well, I'm saying, like, more structure stuff, deep tissue. Like, is that
Oh,
like
what
a
words should you look for?
yeah,
Like
yeah, like, if I wanted to go to a massage, or a spa, I wanna get a massage, like, can you list that as, like, on your resume, or,
yeah.
or is that like a title, or a type of massage you can get when you're looking for it?
Yeah, like, the words so let's before yes, there is words, and before I say those, I wanna, like, kinda preface this by saying massage is an art. So there's, like, different styles of art. There's, like, modern and, like,
Mhm.
whatever else. I don't know much
Yeah,
about visual I'm talking about painting art, right?
right,
Like, there's so many different, like, nuances to it. Massage is, like, the same way. Like, there's just styles that people do
right.
and mix together and shit. Um, so I just wanna preface it by saying that because I think that might help
Yeah,
set the stage. But, yeah, if you want work that's similar to mine, you would ask massage practitioners for deep tissue work, for myofascial release, for trigger point therapy. Yeah, those are, like, the heavy hitting things
right.
that I, like, incorporate a lot, and
You'd list that on, like, your resume, and then but how does, like, one know about that? Like, because to
those
be
techniques.
honest, yeah, like, for me even, and I feel Chelsea would be like, "You're bougie getting massages here," know a little bit about massage because 'cause I've had a few of them now, but if I remember when I was new, I honestly thought massage was just, like, feeling good, like, little back rubby, like, that's all I've ever had, so like, from my girlfriend or wife or whatever,
Yeah,
so that's what I was expecting to get.
right.
Not like when you're like, "Dude, I'm gonna work your diaphragm and hit some lungs and,
Yeah.
we're gonna rub those kidneys out,"
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Oh
"What the
god.
fuck's this guy talking
Yeah, yeah.
about?" Like, I mean, how do you like, if you don't really know about it? Because I would just say it's like deep tissue massage, you know?
So you're asking me, like, how
Are you gonna list it? So because if you wanna do that stuff, like, I would want that, like, kinda blasted on my resume somewhere. versus like just saying, I'm just a massage therapist. I would say, no, I'm a repairman massage therapist,
That's
you know?
that's why
Like
I prefer the
you
title body worker.
yeah, yeah, you come like I'm the service department here, you know. I'm not
Yeah.
looking for, just which they all have their thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I love getting a massage that's light, gentle touching, like just that feels good, you know? But then sometimes it's like, all right, let's go to work, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes I need,
right.
a mother
That's what I'm saying.
to just to just,
Yeah,
like yeah,
and just nicely
that could be so
squeeze.
cool.
Yeah,
I have an acupuncturist friend who's, like
yeah.
yeah, who's a reliable source for that.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I don't always crave that.
Right,
Sometimes I wanna get wrecked.
right.
Um, so yeah, I guess I could put in my resume, I wanna
I am a body man.
yeah,
Go places most people don't go.
I want to oh, wow, yeah, all of my metaphors are violent. Deep dish. If you're ever like looking for more, once I leave here, if you're looking for my style, just seek out people who do deep tissue and
Right,
neuromuscular slash trigger point therapy and
right.
myofascial release.
But yeah, I guess I'm gonna pay attention more on what their certain details say on what they do.
Dude, and I
Yeah,
always
call them like,
try to
"Hey, do you
touch
got
base.
somebody or do you recommend a massage therapist that's more, uh, I don't know, craving of that kinda style," you know?
Yeah,
Specializes in that.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
love talking to the practitioner directly on the phone
right,
and like literally like in my own words describe what I want. Like I will
right.
tell them I want see if they like kind of
Yeah,
meet you with some silence and like, well,
right,
and but if they like giggle with you and are like, fuck yeah, I can do that kind of thing,
right.
then just feel it. Just feel in the practitioner and see if they're like really the one for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. I feel good, man. This has been fun.
Heck yeah, it has.
I feel satisfied, man.
Good deal.
It's fun.
Well, everybody, thank you for listening in. Opie, love you, buddy.
Love you, James.
Bye.
Thank you.